Good afternoon on this Tuesday, only 2 days before the Thanksgiving holiday and the kickoff to holiday season with all the Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, all the things that are going to be happening. And I just wanted to come in today and give you a Tune-Up Tuesday. I used to do Tune-Up Thursdays, which you can see on my YouTube channel, as well as Motivational Mondays. But today it just felt like a time for a Tune-Up Tuesday. So I'm Melissa Kirkpatrick, the founder of Find Your Own Drive and also Melissa Kirkpatrick Coaching. And I'm just coming in to give you a little bit of boost of motivation as you walk into the holidays. Again, it's coming so fast like it always does, but things that can help you really stay connected and be grounded in the moment of the opportunities that appear on a day-to-day basis. So what do I mean by that? That's always the question, like, what do you mean by being grounded? Oftentimes we go into situations scattered and confused and not sure. We're triggered by things that people say or do, or we have our own emotional baggage that we're carrying around that we take into dinners or events or opportunities. And so what I talk about grounding is being present in the moment. And it really can be challenging to do that because we're so programmed to come into a room and or be with people, one-on-one, groups, whatever that may look like. But just being able to let all that be put at the door, checked at the door, place it at the door, take the backpack off, and really be present. And what happens with being present is it gives you a groundedness so that you can hear conversation, so that you can think about your responses. It can allow you to feel into more of the energy and the experience, and I'll talk more about that here in just a minute. It can allow you to really feel like the time has stood still because you're grounded in that moment. And so why would you want to do that to begin with? And really it's because when we are in groups with people, one-on-one, multiple, several, however many people, when you're in a room, you're taking on a lot of everybody else's energy, even the energy of the room. And so that energy comes in and it causes you to feel a certain way. Well, you can allow the people and the circumstances in the room and the environment to control you. You have full permission to do that. But oftentimes we don't show up as our best self. We don't show up as this empowered, inspired, motivated, exciting person because we're taking in all the energy of the room and the people. So by grounding yourself, you get to control the way the game plays out. You get to be able to align your energy with the circumstances and situation and the people. Oftentimes I find when we're in a crowd of people and someone is triggering you to whatever extent, to disconnect that, you would look at them, not saying a word, and just nod your head and grin, and then think to yourself, wow, isn't she adorable? Or he's adorable, how they really feel that to be true. And look at look at her eyes, look at her dress, look at her shoes, whatever. But take your mind out of it. Take your thought process out of it so that you can fully engage in your own energy, so you can stay connected to your energy. I know that might sound really weird for you if you've not tried this before, but it really is about being here in this moment, not thinking about your to-do list, not thinking about the grocery store, not thinking about your dogs at home chewing up your furniture, not thinking about your kids are misbehaving. It's about right here in this moment. So if I find myself wanting to go out into other thoughts, I bring myself back in and look at the person or the individual or the group. I start telling myself, monitoring them, looking at them, look at her eyes, look at her clothes, look at his hat, look at his tie, because that puts me in that moment. I'm connected now in that moment because I'm actually observing my surroundings that I'm in. I'm not daydreaming up here where I need to be, should be, could be, only if, should have slept longer, should have got up earlier. All of those thoughts are constantly going through your mind. We have 70 thoughts a day. So how can you disconnect from all of that you already brought into the room to be fully present in your energy and allow others to see you as a role model for that? Look how she walks into the room. She lights the room up. She holds space in this room, meaning she is here in this room. Her presence is known. That's what I love to do. And that's what I have found has aligned me with some incredible connections and opportunities because I'm showing up. The visibility's there. I am here in this moment for this opportunity. And so that's what I encourage you to do as you go through these holidays, go through the holiday season. And, whether you're shopping and out among people there, whether you're going to dinners with family or you're going to friendship givings, whatever it looks like, just try to be really present in the moment because I know from my own experience how that's just going to reap the benefits for you. You're going to feel better. You're going to enjoy yourself more. And it's just going to be a game changer if you give yourself permission to play with it a little bit. Now, one other tidbit that I always find, after Christmas, it always felt like a big letdown, right? Like almost a decompression. You know, you got all excited and hyped, you have the Christmas, and then boom, it goes away. It's kind of the same way with the New Year's too. So what do you do about that? How do you keep your motivation going when your energy runs out? Because that's really what it is. So make plans for the day after. So the day after Thanksgiving, or the day after Christmas, or the day after the New Year, or into the New Year. What could you do that you know is going to make you feel really good? Maybe you want to go to the movies, and maybe you want to ask somebody else out for dinner. Maybe you know that you're going to stay in bed and you're going to watch that Netflix series that you didn't give yourself permission to watch already. Like, schedule in what it is you want to do next. Try not to jump back into work, because that's never much fun. But if you have to, schedule it. If you have to get back into work right away, let yourself have some time. I'm going to start at this time and stop at this time. I'm going to start my day with a breakfast or a meditation, or go for a swim, or go for a walk. Like, schedule those things in. So then that way, when you're on the other side of the holiday, you're already filled up with something next to do. And that, to me, was what I recognized in having conversation about my own story of how is it that it's always like a big letdown or decompress, you know, just feeling like I can't even find my energy to get back up because I've expanded so much of it doing what I did. It was about just schedule the next thing in, and it can be for pleasure. It doesn't have to be for work. And that's what I want you to really think about. How do you navigate moving beyond the holidays? And that is getting stuff on your schedule to do, something that's fun, something that you enjoy doing. Don't make it time consuming or tedious, like cleaning out a closet or, you know, something like that. Make it fun. Like I said, go to the movies, invite somebody to dinner, go for a drive, go stay somewhere for the weekend, or, you know, whatever. But fill your cup first. And by doing that, you can start by walking into a room and filling everyone else's cup for them, because you're present and you're listening and you're hearing them. You're not trying to think what you're going to say next. You're really hearing them. And then from there, you can take that into your own internal experience of, how do I want to feel? I want to listen to myself. I want to do the things that make me feel good. I want to be motivated. I want to create these new habits. And it all starts from inside, my friends. So take it out of the head space, drop into the heart space, and know that everything that you've ever desired is on the other side of fear. And when you can kick ego to the curb and tell him to take, or her, a time out, then that's when you can really tap into your higher self and get the clarity that you need. As always, I hope this resonates and is in service for you or someone that you might share this with. I'm looking forward to an amazing holiday season this year, and I hope that you will have the same experience. Really tap into what it is that drives you, motivates you, and just brings you pure love and joy. And if no one has told you lately, you're an amazing gift to this world that only you can give. So that's all for now. I'll talk to you soon.